Good morning, students. I am Ms. Republica Borgohain, Assistant Professor, Downtown University, Department of Pharmaceutical Science. So, in the last video, I was discussing about the introduction of Ayurveda and the related topics, that is, the basic principles of Ayurveda, then the health effects of dosas, and many more. Now, I'm going to discuss about the stages of a disease that is related to Ayurveda. So, according to Ayurveda, there are 6 stages of a disease. These are as follows. So first one is sanchaya, that is accumulation. In this dosa gets accumulated in its dwelling place, that is vata in colon, pitta in small intestine, and kapha in stomach. So vata accumulation includes, it indicates constipation, abdominal distension or gases in the colon. Then pitta accumulation, it indicates heat around the belly button, yellowish discoloration of the eye or urine. Then kapha accumulation indicates heaviness, lethargy, fullness of stomach and low appetite. So secondly, it is prakopa. Prakopa means provocation. So when a dosa increases in its home place, then symptoms will be more significant. So vata symptoms are pain in the mid-back, gargling and even breathlessness. Sometimes the vata symptoms, it shows the pain in the mid-back and even breathlessness occurs. Then pitta symptoms, it shows the indigestion and heartburn. Then kapha symptoms shows the cough, congestion and heaviness. So thirdly, prasara means spread. Further aggravation or spread of the dosa leads to excess dosa in circulation. So vata will move to the ears, skin, bones and thighs. Pitta will move to the stomach, eyes, sweat glands, skin, heart and subcutaneous fat. Kapha will move to the lungs, sinuses, lymphatic system, breast tissue, mouth and head. So the fourth one is sthana samshraya, that is deposition or localization. During this stage, the aggravated dosa will tend to deposit into a spot which has a weakness. So here in this stage, the aggravated dosa, it deposits in a spot which has a weakness. So when the dosa enters this spot, it changes the tissue and its qualities. So as soon as the dosa enters into the spot, there is a change in the tissue and its qualities. So for example, vata may bring coolness, dryness into the dhatu. Pitta may bring heat, oilness. Then kapha may bring stagnation, heaviness and congestion. So the fifth one, that is vyakti, means manifestation. In this stage, the dosa has overcome the dhatu and disrupts the functioning of the tissues, and there is qualitative changes in the cell, tissues and organs. So in this stage, the dosa, it overcomes the dhatu and disrupts the functioning of the tissues. And there are qualitative changes in the cell, tissues and organs may occur. So for example, cracking of joints occurs due to dryness of vata entering the joints. Then inflammation may be caused by pitta entering the specific dhatu. Then kapha will create congestion and swelling. Then the last one, that is the veda, that is distortion, destruction, differentiation of disease. So in this stage, structural changes occur. Complication of other organs, tissues or systems also occurs. The tissue gets affected as well as its surrounding areas, and their functions also gets disrupted. For example, spread of cancer. So vata during this stage can cause structural changes, severe dehydration, etc. Then pitta may create ulcers in the stomach, hemorrhage and bleeding disorders. So kapha will cause tumor formation and fibrocystic changes. So now comes lastly I discussed about all about Ayurveda. So now comes the basic principles of Siddha system of medicine. So the Siddha system of medicine is a traditional system originated from Tamil culture. It was believed that Siddha system was first described by Lord Shiva to his wife Parvati. So what is Siddha system? It is a traditional medicinal system that comes from the Tamil culture. And it was believed that Siddha system was first described by Lord Shiva to his wife Parvati. Then Parvati explained it to her son Lord Muruga, and he taught all this knowledge to a sage Agastha, who then taught this to 18 Siddhas, and finally the concept of Siddha system has been incorporated to human beings. So Siddha emphasizes on Astha Mahasiddhi, the 8 supernatural powers. The persons who achieve these powers are known as Siddhas. So the Siddhas, they achieve the powers of 8 supernatural powers, that is Astha Mahasiddhi. There were 18 important Siddhas and they developed this system of medicine. That is why it is called Siddha medicine. So according to Siddha system of medicine, man is a miniature universe in himself. It is believed to be composed of 5 basic elements called Pancha Mahabhutam, that is earth, water, fire, air and space. So according to Panchakaranam theory, these 5 elements always act in mutual coordination to each other and do not act independently. According to Panchakaranam theory, what it says that the 5 elements of the Siddha system, they always act in mutual coordination to each other. They do not act independently. So the elements combine in varying proportions to give different compounds. This system describes relation between these elements. 5 sense organs called puri and functions of sense organs, that is called pulan, as follows. So now the Pancha Mahabhutam, the first one is earth. Earth means Nilam. Its sense organ is nose. Then the function of sense organ is smell. So in water, that is Neer, sense organ is mouth, and the function of sense organ is taste. Then the third one is fire, that is Thi, sense organ is eyes, function of sense organ is vision. Then comes air, that is Katru, sense organ is skin, and the function of sense organ is touch. Then lastly it's space, that is Agayam, the sense organ is ear, and the function of sense organ is hearing. Now comes the principles of Unani system of medicine. So Unani system of medicine was originated in Greece and its foundation was laid by Hippocrates in the 11th century. The word Unani is derived from a Greek word Ionian. So the Unani system of medicine is one of the oldest and most trusted systems of medicine which is practiced in India and in many parts of the world. According to the Hakims, in the Yunan system of medicine, the human body is supposed to be made up of following 7 components. So the Unani system of medicine is composed of 7 components that are number 1 elements, that is arkan, temperament, that is mizaj, bodily humors, that is aklat, organs and systems, that is aja, vital spirit, that is arwa, powers, that is kua, and functions, that is afal. So now I am going to discuss about the 7 components of Unani system of medicine. So these 7 natural components, they interact with each other to maintain the balance of the human body. So we know that each individual has a self-regulating capacity or power called tabiyat to keep these 7 components in equilibrium. So we know that each individual has a self-regulating capacity or power called tabiyat, right? Which keeps the 7 components of the body in equilibrium. So here comes the 7 components. Number 1, that is elements, arkan. The human body contains 4 elements, that is earth, air, fire and water. Each element has its own temperament. So secondly, mizaj, that these are 4 essential temperaments, that is hot, cold, moist and dry. Air is hot and moist. Earth is cold and dry. Fire is hot and dry, and water is cold and moist. It results due to interaction of each element. Thirdly comes the bodily humors, that is aklat. Humors of the body are the weight and liquefied parts of the body which are produced after conversion and metabolism of the food and are characterized into 4 groups depending on their color. They are dam, that is blood, bulgum, that is phlegm, safra, that is yellow bile, and soda, that is black bile. Fourth one is organs and systems, that is Aja. It includes various organs of the human body. The health or disease of each individual organ determines the state of health of the whole body. Then comes the vital spirit, that is Arwa. It is also known as Ruh, that is spirit. It is also known as Ruh, that is spirit, which is assumed as a gaseous substance and obtained from the inspired air. It helps in all the metabolic processes of the body. How? By burning the food and by producing all kinds of powers. So sixth one, it is powers, that is means Kua. These are of three types. First one is a natural power, secondly psychic power, and thirdly vital power. So first one is natural power. It includes power of metabolism and reproduction. And this is done mainly by liver and also carried out in every tissue of the body. Secondly, it is psychic power. It refers to nervous and psychic power. It resides inside the brain and is responsible for perceptive and motive power. It conveys impressions, sensation, and brings about movements as a response to sensation. So it conveys impression, sensation, and brings about movements as a response to sensation. So then comes the vital power. It is essential for maintaining the life and helps all the organs to accept the effect of psychic power. And it is located in the heart. So the vital power, the main function of the vital power is the emotional effect of the organs, that is, which is located in the heart, and it helps in maintenance of the life. Then comes the functions, that is Afal. It refers to the movements and functions of all the organs of the body. So it regulates the functions and movements of all the organs which are present in the body. So in a healthy body, all organs are in a proper shape and perform their respective functions properly. Now comes the principles of treatment. In Unani system of medicine, treatment is based on